Guys, what is good? We are back. I am not almost unconscious today. Let me fix my glasses a little bit, make sure that we're looking straight. Because sometimes they'll be a little bit crooked, and the reason for that is is because I sleep in my glasses all the time. And the primary reason why I sleep in my glasses is I don't want to not be able to see things clearly in my dreams. I know that sounds ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Like my vision probably has no, my glasses probably have no impact on my vision in my dreams, but it's just this little thing that I tell Mariah every time she tries to take my glasses off in my sleep. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to see clearly in my dreams. What are you doing? So I don't know. I think it's something that I picked up when I was a child, but whatever, we're good. So let's talk about yesterday. We're going to talk about how the month is going so far because we just broke through a new barrier, and we're going to talk about the idea that I was going to talk about 12 hours ago, but I didn't get to because I was way too tired. So 3 goals for today, and remember, the goal every single day is for us to make $323 in cash collected, $360 ideally, so I can have a bit of a buffer and be able to pay my bills a lot easier for both the business and personal. Now, yesterday, we did $887.12 in total sales. Our quantity sold was 30 items, and our ASP was $29.57. So that's up a little bit, especially compared to some of the previous days that we've had. We're selling off more and more of those pallet pairs, so it's starting to get, hopefully the ASP can start reflecting more and more of the stuff that I pick up from the thrift stores. But I'm just fine with moving out a lot of this volume and then allowing us to collect as much cash as we can so we can go redeploy it into places that are, better for us overall. Now, like I said, we did $887.12 in sales. Our eBay fees on that was $158.28, giving us a cash post fees pre-labels of $728.84. However, my actual processing funds are a little bit higher than that for some reason. It's $735.59 for my actual processing funds. And with a total sold of 30 items, that gives us a estimated label cost of $210. $735.59 minus $210 gives us a cash flow on eBay alone of $525.59, which is way higher than 323, way higher than 360. Really good for us. But in addition to that, we also did $73.55 on DoorDash and 3 hours and 33 minutes of active time, 4 hours and 25 minutes of dasher time. Active time is the amount of time we spend actively on an order, while dasher time is the moment from when I hit dash now to when I hit we are done dashing for the day. That gives us an hourly rate actively of $20.72 and dasher time of $16.64, which is pretty good for us, but it took a lot out of me to do that, which is why I was so tired yesterday. That puts us at a total generated cash of $599.14 for yesterday, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Oh, we also got a $3 tip from DoorDash as well. So that would put us at $602.14. Let's go. So I think that's really cool. We did very well yesterday when it comes to eBay and DoorDash. We just need to kind of continue doing the things that we're doing. The inventory picking up is pretty good. It's selling really well. I'm kind of also learning that just because, this is gonna sound weird, but just because something doesn't sell the first time that you list it does not mean that that item necessarily sucks if the data was backing up. It's just that sometimes the sizing isn't the right size for the customer you're looking for, and maybe the customer that you're looking for just didn't come in during the period of time that you're looking for, because there are items where I am now, since I'm sourcing so much more and I'm way more consistent with my listings, there are times where I'll list the exact same item in slightly different sizes, and one sells in 3 days and the other one sells in 3 weeks. So, and it's not that it wasn't that the pair sucked, it's just that that customer didn't come through, maybe it wasn't priced accurately, so on and so forth. And as I'm getting better and better at trying to fine tune the business model that I'm currently doing, I'm starting to see scenarios where an item that I was like, I'm being surprised at least at the speed that some of these items are selling. And of course I have a bit of a tailwind behind me because we just got, well, I don't know, because I'm talking about things that were happening during this Christmas period where people weren't really buying any shoes for real. So I can't wait to see how these things start shaking out as we get deeper into January and in February, March, April, and May, and see if these trends continue to play out. But I'll explain more in the future. Last 31 days right now, let's talk about this month and then last 31 days. So far this month, first 28 days of the month so far, we've done 16,900. Nope. This number should be different now because I just sold 2 items. All right, so now we've done $17,018.31. That's up 42% over last month. We've sold 607 items so far at an ASP of 2804. That gives us a net sales on eBay of $9,173.42, which is beautiful for me. You know, I'm on track to be higher than I have done this entire year when it comes to cash collected. And that's my whole goal here. Ideally, I want to be able to get eBay to the point where I'm doing about $10.8 to $11,000 in cash collected on eBay alone, and then DoorDash is just extra on top of that. But I think if things continue as they're going, we should end up being over 10,000, maybe into 10, around that 10.8, with DoorDash and eBay combined. But we'll see. I don't know for sure. When we're looking at the last 31 days, so if today was the end of a 31-day month, we have, I have to refresh this page as well. We've done $18,205.97 in sales, up 44.4%. We've sold 651 items, which is also up 44.7%. ASP is $27.97. And that gives us a net sales, which is just our cash flow, cash collected from eBay, of $9,866.14, which is up 57% over the previous time period. So as long as we made, what would that be, $1,000 on DoorDash, which we probably have, then we would be on track to do $10,800 over the course of the month in cash flow. So things are going basically exactly how I want them to in my worst month. I'm supposed to be down 30% this month, and we're doing very, very well. So I'm super excited for how, you know, January, February, and March shakes out for us as long as we continue to do the same things. That's everything when it comes to like number reports. I'm glad we broke through this $18,000 barrier. The next one that we need to get through is the 19,000, and then ideally start cracking into the 20Ks and just continue to push up from there. Now that I have like so much more cash to like play with, I have to pay a bunch of expenses real quick. And once those get paid and everything's caught up and we're rocking and rolling, then after that, like the game starts for real. And then we really can start pouring more gas onto this thing that we have going on eBay. I just can't do that right now because I need to pay these bills and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go back to zero for a little bit, and then after I go, not in zero in listings, just go back to zero when it comes to total cash in hand, and then I will pay next month's bills. And once those bills are paid, it's on. Like it's time to play for real, and I cannot wait to get there. I just got to continue doing what I'm doing. But the thing that I wanted to talk about was, yeah, I don't remember. I do not remember. I don't know what I wanted to talk about. It was, Oh, I remember. So the thing that I want to talk about was I've been struggling a lot with this concept, and it's making sure that I don't get into the mindset of I need to stretch my money out as far as I can. Because there are so many scenarios where I will maybe go to a place where I can, like, there's a place like 2 hours from me where I can get much cheaper inventory than I can get here. Way cheaper. The problem is the quality of the inventory over there is nowhere near the quality of the inventory closer to me. So if I were to go over there, I would have a $2, $3, $5 buy cost, whatever it is, but I would be getting lower quality pairs overall rather than higher quality pairs. And I'm starting to learn that, and not starting to learn, I've known this, and it's just, I have to constantly battle this in my head, that the best thing to do when you have limited capital is to buy better items, not to stretch your money out. Because it seems like the best thing to do is, because you have a listing goal, you want to do your 20 listings every day, 21 listings-ish is what I'm doing every day. Like, I want to hit that goal, but the process of trying to hit that goal, I might go, well, I could get 140 items for $1 each, and that could be really cool. And now I only spent 140 bucks. All my extra cash can just go in my pocket. But what's actually better is if you go get the North Face Denali jacket and that you buy for $7 and you sell it for $32 in 6 hours. And now you went from, I had $7 in my pocket to now I have $32 in my pocket, or your actual cash collect is going to be like 28 or something like that. And then same thing where I had a pair of shoes that I think I bought them for $9 and they sold for $200. And you get, now I went from I have $9 in my pocket to now I have $186 in my pocket, or whatever the cash was after, you know, that item had cleared and I paid the shipping label and so on and so forth. So just having, that's the best play to make. You just, when you have limited capital, you focus on getting even better pairs rather than when you have limited capital, you need to stretch out your capital as far as you can by going to the dollar days and stuff like that. I know it seems like that's the best option, but at least for me and my business currently, I need to focus on ensuring I'm picking up the best types of items I can, so that I can continue doing what we've been doing. Otherwise, I'm gonna kind of slow down this momentum that we have because I'm just not picking up as good of quality items as I could. If you only have $150, you'd probably be better served buying, 10 or 15 pairs of Hokas rather than, a bunch of Skechers that you got for $3. Skechers aren't bad, so that wouldn't be an example of that. Like White Raven or something, White Raven, Avia, Forever 21, Nautica, picking up those Dolce Vita, picking up 50 of those for your $150 would probably be less beneficial for you if you look over the course of a week than if you were to have picked up, those stronger pairs. Because I ran a whole business model of trying to put up dozens and dozens of these lower value pairs, and it just doesn't work as well for you, especially as slowdowns begin, as if you were to pick up like significantly stronger pairs. So that's everything I got. Greatly appreciate y'all. Hopefully it was valuable to you. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.